Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's get into Ready to Love. Now, I'm so confused. On the DVR, it says this is season 2, but it's clearly season 3. I'm gonna put season 3 because it just seemed weird putting season 2. And this is episode 2. This is where everyone meets each other. We finally get all the cast to interact and see who is feeling who. And it was very filler. Nothing too exciting. I got a couple of talking points. You got to get through this first episode. You got to get through the introductions so we can see who's going to start breaking off into who's vibing with who. 2 people got to go home first, though. I'm going to get to it at the end, but I will say I'm very disappointed in one of the people that went home. Very disappointed. Like, men are trash disappointed. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, not all of y'all are trash, but the 10 on Ready to Love season 3, that was very trash of you all. Let's get into it. So, first person that come on my screen is Calfani, and you already know. I was like, okay, don't get too excited. Joy is back. Her voice just reminds me of Alexis from last season so much. I said, when are you wearing that orange dress? She knew what to wear. She knew what to put on to get a good first impression. I love that orange dress. Chris, KJ Smooth, he looked like he had on 2 things, baby oil. He was very shiny, a very shiny body with a very shiny suit. Alicia didn't give me what I thought she was going to give me episode 1, but she gave me enough to know that she's going to be my favorite. Like, I just love her. I just love her personality. Chris, KJ Smooth, and Joy know each other. She was like, that's my homeboy. So it was 2 people. Was it Chica and the girl who ended up with the football player last season? I don't forgot her name already. They knew each other. So I was like, okay, they got 2 people who know each other. The attorney girl, Simone, oh my God. She should have went home first, if you ask me. No, I wouldn't have put her home first. But she is very, David called it. She was like, her conversation is trash. She walking up to everybody talking about, what you doing? How much money you got in the bank? You got a passport? I want to go here. I want to go. I'm like, first impressions, girl. Like, I'm going to have some more to say about her later. I think I changed my mind about Rashid. In my casting video, when we went over the cast, I said Rashid seemed like a player to me. I just don't vibe with his personality. It must have been something in that casting that I couldn't get past. But sometimes you got to get to know people. Sometimes you got to get to know them. What I saw this episode, I was like, oh, I like him. I really do like him. I really think he is someone I probably could vibe with because he's funny. Looks very easy to talk to. Denise couldn't vibe with him. But I think I changed my mind about Rashid. Adriana came in last. Adriana is gorgeous. I did not know she was that tall. She said she was 5'11". Adriana really just in the face reminds me of that beauty influencer, Ellery. And I love watching Ellery's videos. I love the way she does her makeup. She doesn't do makeup as much anymore. She does a lot of lifestyle with her daughter and stuff, and just a lot of, what do you call it? Like, I don't know what they call them videos, but I call them lifestyle, where they just kind of show their life in little mini videos. But anyway, Adriana reminds me of her. She said all the women are side-eyeing her because she's the youngest one there. And I'm like, girl, ain't like you wrote your name on a sticker and put it on there. They don't know how old you are. And a lot of these women, they might be in their 40s, but they look just as good. So I think that's just what she thought about herself, because she was like, I can get any man up in here. And I do feel like she probably could have, because she is gorgeous. But age ain't nothing but a number, girl. Keep moisturizing. You might look older than some of them if you don't keep moisturizing. But anyway, let's move on. Denise, her energy. Denise is the track coach. Her energy at first was very off. Like when she had that segment with Rashid, it just was very I could tell right away they were not going to gel. Like, he did say he went to Alabama A&M. Now, that's an off because I went to Alabama State and you know we rivals. But I just, she was just, you could tell Rashid was one of the first ones she met up with, talk correct, girl, met up with, because her energy, her wall was still up with Rashid, but throughout the event, as she met more and more men, she kind of dropped her wall and got more comfortable. Now, Naya, that's the hairdresser. She said she liked the fuchsia suit. She liked KJ Smooth. Somebody gotta like it. I don't like it. But they were talking about being one with the earth and how they like to lay in the dirt and become one with the earth and really feel the energy of the earth. And of course they didn't lay in the dirt, but they took their shoes off and just was like, oh yeah, I'm really into this. I feel connected to the planet with my shoes off in dirt. And I was like, But you know, everybody got to believe in something. So Adriana and Rashid lock eyes. She locked eyes with him across the room. And from that moment when I saw them lock those eyes, I said they're going to be the couple of the season. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I ain't got no inside crystal ball or nothing. But I feel like Adriana and Rashid are going to be the couple of the season. Just when they locked those eyes from across the room, I saw the chemistry. And then we find out they went on a date in the past and she actually ghosted him. Neither one of them was ready to date at that time. I'm looking forward to see what they give throughout the season. I like them. Now, next we see David and Danny. They are the two country people of the season. And they could have been the country couple of the season. They could have been the couple I was rooting for, because y'all know from the casting video, I really like Danny. She's the 40-year-old mom whose daughter is now grown, but she did not date while she was raising her daughter. I really was rooting for Danny to find love, and they came up with the cutest name. David was like, I'm gonna call you Buku. Was it Buku? Yeah, Bougie Country. I said, yes, I like that. And I felt like they had a great connection. And I really, because David is someone who also, you know, had his wall up a little bit, and he was talking about being hurt in the past. Like, David was someone who I was rooting for. I still am rooting for him to find love, but I really wanted David to find love. And when I saw David and Danny get together, I just knew. But y'all already know what's up. Sam is the musician who met somebody in a week and had a baby. I was over him from the casting. I don't know how to call it, but he was just very awkward. He seems like someone who does better, kind of a little bit like me, where I'm more open to people I know. Like, you see my true personality once you get to know me. Over the years, I've got better with small talk and, you know, meeting people and having small talk. Sam looks like a person who is not open to strangers. And if he first meets you, he's going to be cordial and kind, but he's not going to give you his true personality. Like, he just seemed very awkward. And in the casting video, he seemed like he had a lot to say. He was artistic. Was Sam the one? I don't remember which one was on the roller skates. I think that was Anthony, the one on the roller skates. But Sam was doing some dancing too. Like, and you got to have some kind of personality to meet a woman and get her pregnant in a week. I don't know. But it looked like the chef, I cannot remember the female chef's name for anything. Get in the comments and tell it to me. But Alex is the celibate one. And it seemed like Alex was going to kind of try to latch on to Sam so she can say she has somebody, but I don't know. Anyway, Denise got with Calfani and put her guard down. She had her feet in his lap. She was drinking her champagne. She was probably loosened up from a couple of glasses of champagne. And no, they had water by then. So she probably was loosened up because she was like, I need some water. Y'all know I love me some Calfani. Anybody that pull Calfani, I'm gonna be happy for. I'm gonna be happy for. I like the conversation she had. She was honest and said she was in a domestic violence relationship in the past and that she had to grow. She had to get herself together and she knew to get out. So even Calfani was like, she was talking to me about some serious stuff. It wasn't just surface level. So we gonna look out for Denise and Calfani. I don't know. I don't know, girl. Calfani looked like he gonna have a lot of admirers. And you from the trailer, I don't know. But you from the trailer look like you ain't willing to share. And this is in the beginning, you gotta share. Y'all, I'm telling you, one thing I didn't like Alexis. I didn't like some of her moves from last season. But one thing I liked about Alexis is that she dated around. Last season, the men dated around and figured out who they wanted. And the women, eagle eye, that's I want you. And you put your hooks in them and that was it. Date around. Do the same thing the men do. Talk to a couple of different guys because you don't know who you really vibe with if you just say, Calfani, that's it. Because Calfani might not say the same thing about you. So at least date around, ladies. Raymond. People were not feeling Raymond and his 5 kids. I think more than the 5 kids, he kept name dropping Tank and Genuine. We was panty dropping back with Tank and Genuine. Y'all know about Tank and Genuine. I was a musician for them. Like, you don't have to drop names. One thing about that Simone, she know what she want. And when she heard about him and Tank and Genuine, she's like, oh, you was back in the day hoeing. And he was like, yeah, but I changed. And she was like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. And she was out. I ain't mad at Simone. I like Simone. I think I'm going to get to it at the end. Denise was getting a foot rub from Anthony. I think Anthony is one who probably will make a connection later on. But he said it outright. He was like, look, I don't want to go home first. So let me rub somebody's feet. So I know I at least got one vote up here. That was funny. Danny and Calfani had a nice conversation. And Danny said what I said in the casting video. She was like, look, you cute and all, but I ain't got time for you judging my macros, telling me how many macros. And I don't know exactly what macros is, but I think it has something to do with like the keto diet and how much sugar and carbs you can have. I feel the same way. You can go on over there and bodybuild all you want to, but don't come over here talking about what's on my plate. And they had a good laugh about that. I thought they were cool. Like, I'm so upset. Anyway, Raymond is 52, Adriana is 31, and for some reason, Adriana is entertaining Raymond. Raymond says younger women accept him differently than older women, and they accept his 5 kids. I said no. No, sir. What it is older women ain't got time to play with you. Older women ain't got time for your bullshit. Older women ain't got time. They got their own kids. They ain't got time for 5 more. And when they asked you, were all of your kids grown? All you said was, my oldest is 24. So that told Angie, if all of them ain't grown, that means the oldest might be 24, the other 4 might be 18 and under, and you still got some child support checks. That's what that told me. Because to me, if you 52 and you got 5 kids and 3 out of the 5 is grown, you would have said, well, I got 24, 22, 21, and I still got a 17 and a 15-year-old. You know, something like that. But no, for you to run out and just be like, my oldest is 24, that means the other ones is young. Ain't nobody got time for that. The younger women, seeing how she 31 and she still got a little time to play around if she want to, she might be willing to play around with you to see if she can meet her a Tank or a Genuine. I believe Tank is married. So, I don't know. But they got time to play with you. Older women don't. They know what they want. They know what they're going to put up with. And that bullshit ain't it. You saw Simone was like, it was nice to meet you. Okay. Okay, now Rasheed. Raymond is talking to Adriana. And Rasheed just politely comes up and says, yo, man, look. Let me interrupt you. I need to talk to her. And I'm like, this is not the dance floor. But Raymond got up and let Rasheed talk to Adriana. I like it. I like everything they had to say. I see the chemistry already. Like they were talking about, why they didn't work out, why she ghosted him. And she was like, I just got out of a relationship. I was 1 month out of a relationship. You had just got divorced and it just wasn't the correct time. Now that was childish of you to ghost him. You could have just said, look, we both just got out of some stuff. It's not a good time. Let's just take a break from seeing each other. It was a nice date. Whatever. I appreciate what Rashid said. He was like, I had just got a divorce. My son was the priority. I had to make sure he was happy in his new normal. I had to get him accustomed to his new normal. Now that he's 7 years old. He's used to his mom and dad being apart. Now I can go out and date again. It's amazing how one episode can make you change your mind. I wasn't feeling Rashid, but I really am feeling him now. I really want them to work out. Like, I don't know why. I don't know these people, but I like them together. Now, where are we at? I already said, the conversation between David and Simone. Simone was still talking her passport stuff. You got a passport. You can go out the country. And to me, that ain't no true testament to someone's cash flows. Because anybody can have a passport. A passport don't cost for $100, $120. Anybody can have a passport. You can go on any cruise ship and take your passport on to Mexico. And anybody in any income level could go on a cruise and pay $100 a month till they pay it off and go. So if you're looking for a baller, a passport is not the question, to test who got money or not. Because I feel like I'm very average. Like, I ain't no true baller, but I like to go out the country. I love to get on me a cruise ship. I love to fly out to, an island. But that don't mean I'm flying out to Dubai or, the south of France. No shit like that on a regular. So your gauge is off, Simone. Your gauge is off. And you shouldn't have led with that trash question. And then David was like, yeah, I got a passport. I've been thinking about going to DR, and that's the Dominican Republic. And Simone's first thing is, for what? You want to go get some hookers? And David, quick tongue, was like, well, are you a hooker? Like, why? How you know so much about the hookers in the DR? Are you one? I liked it because I was ready for somebody to check Simone. Anyway, it's time for Tommy to walk around and see who's feeling who. Let's jump right into it. The bottom two boys were Sam and Raymond. Sam was awkward. Sam didn't make any connections. And Raymond, people were over him, name dropping Tank and Genuine. And they was over them 5 kids. I believe somebody told Raymond, I believe it's coming up on next episode, that he got too many kids to afford them. Was it Simone? That sounded like some trash shit Simone was said. But it might have been Alicia. I don't know. Somebody told Raymond he had too many kids to afford them. All right. Now, the bottom 2 girls shocked me. It was Simone, who it didn't really shock me because, like I said, that passport lead-in question was trash. And then it was Danny. And they said Simone, I don't think they said she was a gold digger, but I said it. And then they said Danny was the homie. And that's when my eyes got to rolling. I'm like, man, y'all on this show, it's called Ready to Love, not Ready to Fuck. Sorry for cursing, but it's not called Ready to Fuck. If you are really looking for love, that woman should be your friend first. The 2 women who I thought should have been in the bottom were the 2 whose name I cannot remember. The chef, the female chef, because I can't remember her name. She didn't have no airtime. She didn't make no connections. And then it should have been that girl Alexis, because she didn't have any connections either. She was just banking on riding out with Sam, and she wasn't even interested in Sam, but she just wanted to connect to somebody so she wouldn't get voted off first. Anyway, they let Sam go, which, by Sam, he could have went. But I was pissed they let Danny go. Like, even over Simone and Danny, you want to keep Danny, the gold digging one, who only looking at your credit cards and your bank statement. She said she can't take your abs to the bank. I was so sad for Danny, because Danny to me is someone who was here to find love, not here to make TV. Like, if you're looking for love, you're looking for a wife. You ain't gonna be fucking every day. That's just point blank into the absolute period. It's not gonna happen. Not that you could want to fuck every day. In the beginning, yes, it's gonna be every day, all day. You're gonna be having a good time. After a while, especially if you throw some kids in there, it's gonna slow down. After a while, you're gonna have to work, pay bills, all that normal stuff. You're gonna be tired. It's gonna go down to a couple of times a week. And then after a real long while, and you throw some kids, especially little babies, on top of it, you're gonna be happy if you get once or twice a week. So you're gonna need somebody who you could talk to in those hard times, when your boss getting on your nerve, or if you have a business, when your business is on a down slope. You're gonna need somebody who can make you laugh. You're going to need somebody who you can have fun with, especially if you're looking for love and you're in the quarantine. You're going to be wanting somebody who could crack jokes with you. But no, you just want the one with the stallion looking booties. You know, I don't know. It's trash. It was trash to me. It was so trash that they let go of Danny. I really wanted her to find love, because to me, she was one of the sincere women. I don't know. But anyway, that was episode 2. They got to meet each other. The preview for next week and the season looks really good. So we're going to jump right into it. We got to start to see who really is picking who to get into more of the drama. But anyway, like, comment, share. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode. And we're going to keep this rolling. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.